Okay, so with Descartes' rule of signs, basically first thing you want to do is figure out how many zeros you're going to have, or possible zeros you're going to have. So from here to here, so there's one sign change, right? And then it goes from negative to positive again, so there's another one. Positive to negative, and then negative to negative, so nothing happens, right? So there's 3 sign changes, so that means that there are 3 real zeros. Okay, so then we need to check to see how many of those are positive. So it's basically, so positive's pretty easy because nothing that we have changes. So for it to be positive real zeros, it's either going to be all the real zeros, so it's going to be an or, like it's either this or that. Okay, so it's either going to be 3, okay, because we have 3, like all of them can be 3, all of them can be over on that other side, right? They can all be positive, like cross on the positive side for the x values. Okay, so then the or part is however many real zeros we have minus positive even integer. So if there's 3, what's the positive even integer that we need to subtract? What's the next? If it's 3, what's the next? What's the easiest positive even integer that we can subtract by? 2. Okay, so it's either 3 or it is going to be 3 minus 2, which is 1. So as far as positive real zeros, we either have 3 or we have 1. It's one or the other. Okay, there's not 2. So it's either 3 that are positive or 1 that is positive. The negative, but we have to change all of those signs. So like we have to do f of negative x. So then I'm going to have negative x to the 4th. I'm going to have negative 4 times negative x to the 3rd. I'm going to have plus 7 times negative x squared. I'm going to have negative 6 times negative x, and then negative 18. Okay, so whenever I do that, negative x to the 4th power, nothing's going to change. It's still going to really be the same thing as if I have, because a negative to the even power is still positive, right? So now, if I have a negative and a negative, it's going to be positive 4 x to the 3rd. It's going to be positive 7x squared, because a negative x times a negative x is a positive x squared. Negative 6 times negative x is positive x, or 6x, and then minus 18. Okay, so we still have to check to see how many sign changes do we have. How many sign changes do we have? 1. Okay, the only one we have is right here. So what's the only number of negative real zeros that we can have? 1. Okay, because it's the only option. Okay, there's really no or statement to it, because positive even integer, we can't do 1 minus 2. Okay, if there's only one real value whenever we do the flip part of it, okay, there's only going to be one negative 0.